Hello there Aries and welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here today, guys. We are doing your monthly soulmate read, so this will be for April. Alrighty my love, so we will get straight into it. If you are if you are new to this channel, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on future readings or messages guided towards you. And to all of you who are already part of the family, thank you all so much for your love and your support. Guys, this is a general read, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. It will resonate for about 30% of you out there, okay? For those of you who don't find your message here, do check out your moon, your rising and your Venus signs, all right, for more clarity and clarification. Guys, we will jump straight into it. What I'm looking for is a card from the Kipper deck here to see what energy lies between you and your soulmate at this point in time. And then we will go ahead and get the messages that you need to hear this month as to where you guys are progressing, how you're progressing, and where you're headed towards with this connection. Okay, so the first card that's popped out here is card number 5, Mature Man, and this is the actual energy between you and your soulmate at this point in time, followed by the card on the bottom of the deck, which is card number 4, Courtship. So what I am sensing here, Aries, is very much so that one or both of you are looking to the knowledge of an older person here, a relative even, someone who is a bit more mature, someone who can guide the both of you onto the right path. What I am seeing is that maybe a person's connection is seeking that guidance to see how to better wine and dine you. How do they go about courting you, okay, because courtship is all about that. What I am also sensing is that this person is very much so seeking that guidance from an older person here to just, yeah, literally just direct them in your direction here. Like seeking that guidance and that truth, like how do I make this work? How do I provide for this person? I feel as though there is an opportunity for the two of you to come into union here, okay, this month, one that brings love, one that brings an opportunity here for the two of you to actually be successful. If it is someone from the past, then it could be a reconciliation here. You could also be meeting this person through the internet. Otherwise, I feel as though this person is very much so someone who is already keeping tabs on you through, you know, like internet avenues, so social media and stuff like that, especially if it's someone from the past. You two have very much so worked through any difficulties of the past. However, what I'm feeling is that one of you are actually quite closed off to this connection here, still have your defenses up, needing to acknowledge what is actually really going on here. I feel that there may be some form of physical distance here between the two of you, which that long distance energy comes into play here. However, it could also just be emotional distance also, okay? Now, the both of you are actually looking to be fulfilled emotionally, in a sense, also by one another, which tells me that, you know, the two of you are actually working on this connection and finding new avenues on how to actually come towards one another. I do feel or sense that this could be something that is actually overseas. However, what I am sensing also is that the two of you are actually going to be satisfied with the end outcome here, guys, okay? So do keep that in mind. And if it's not an overseas connection or a long distance relationship, then it's the two of you actually being able to finally travel with one another. Alrighty, so let's get into your actual reading here, Aries. This card just keeps wanting to pop out during all of the readings. Like legit, I don't think I've had one card, one reading where that card hasn't actually popped out. Wow. Very prominent energies throughout your reading, Aries, I must say. Lots of majors here for you today. And as I've said that, another one just popped out. And another one. And another one bites the dust. There we go. Okay, so let's have a look as to what is on the bottom of the deck. Yep, so we have the 5 of Wands, so you could be dealing with fire energy here. Aries, someone here within this connection is actually quite conflicted. If you already know this person, maybe you're having disagreements where, you know, you are seeking that mature aspect here from an outside source, or your person is actually to be able to overcome this. Maybe you're conflicted between head and heart. Maybe you guys are going through disagreements because of not knowing who is to go where when it comes to this distance relationship here. What I'm sensing is that there is actually some form of news coming towards you though, okay, where, you know, it is actually going to be good news, guys. So this news could come in the form of like this person's actually traveling towards you, or you're traveling towards them if it is a long distance relationship. Otherwise, it's good news that this person is finally making their way towards you to, you know, finally start whining, dining you, courting you, full stop. All right, where the two of you are actually going to finally come in towards one another and complete each other. Okay, this is a very whole, content energy that I'm feeling here for the two of you. What I'm sensing is that maybe someone here let their ego get in the way in the recent past, Aries, especially if you know this person. But what I'm also sensing is that, that could have definitely caused that conflict there. But what I'm also sensing is that there is a lot of stability within this situation, within this relationship, this energy here. One that is actually going to help you guys achieve what it is that you're wishing to achieve right now. What I'm sensing is that one of you, if not both of you, are very much so spending nights up late at night, you know, trying to overcome insomnia, anxiety, things where, you know, you're overthinking this situation. However, what I'm also sensing is that someone here within this relationship is very much so reflecting and seeing where this needs to go and how do they go about it, which is why that mature man energy could be here also, okay, trying to direct this person in the right direction. What I am also seeing is that there is, after this reflection, that there is definitely an introspective outlook here where, you know, you are going to, both of you, surrender to what's currently going on and finally be able to see this from a new perspective, gain that enlightenment and understand that the two of you need to sacrifice something in order to actually come towards one another. Once you do, you are going to be able to attain this relationship here, guys, which is going to prove very successful for you. Okay, so do keep that in mind. However, this is going to prove a little bit of a challenge in the meantime here for you, but nothing that cannot be controlled, guys, so do keep that in mind, okay? What I'm also sensing is that you may need to retreat from a certain situation or an outlook here. I'm feeling it's actually very much so to do with the Five of Wands energy being that conflict. So, you know, agree to disagree at this point in time to be able to move forward, guys, all right? What I am seeing is that for some of you, you may become a little bit irritated with the actual situation at hand here. However, I do see that you will be able to overcome this, especially if you have someone surrounding you who you can trust and confide in at this point in time, which might be the mature man energy once again. Okay, so maybe your partner isn't taking that standpoint to come forward towards you, Aries, and you're getting frustrated, you're getting irritated. Why haven't they come forward towards me? Why aren't they moving forward towards me? All I want them is to just, you know, take me out. Let's go hang out. Let's do something. And you're going to seek that guidance for someone who's a little bit older than you, and it's probably going to tell you to calm down just a little bit, okay? Like, it's going to take a little bit of time. Aries, listen, soulmate twin flame connections were never meant to be easy. I've said that before, okay? So you're going to have to persevere if you really want this, because if you do, it's going to prove to be very successful here for you. What I am sensing is that this person is very much so going to come to a realization here of their emotions and their feelings for you, and are going to come forward towards you. The two of you could bring balance towards one another in regards to a certain situation. However, you are needing to communicate in order to bring this balance into the situation here, okay? This is a very equal give and take of energy here, I am sensing. But I am also feeling that someone here could be going through a transformative period right now where they are going to regret the error of their ways in the meantime. So do expect some form of an apology, Aries, from this person, okay, if there has been some form of a conflict here. And this could very well to be doing with a transformation that they're personally going through right now. So what I'm also seeing here for you this month, Aries, is that, you know, there is definitely a cycle going, okay, that is bringing change here for you. However, it is coming with ups and downs, but in that sense, it is definitely bringing you progress here. There is someone here holding out on emotion, on feelings, okay, not allowing you, Aries, to see their true selves right now because they're fearful of what you're going to think or say about them, especially if they're actually going through a transformation at this point in time. What I'm sensing is that this person is very much so, as I said, going to awaken to this situation, this connection here, see things from a new perspective, and the two of you will be able to actually come forward towards one another. Okay, this does bring success and happiness, so do keep that in mind. So if you feel like it's worth persevering through, then please, by all means, guys, I see this as something worth fighting for, okay? This person may have had to actually go off and deal with their own business or focus on their own careers here. But what I see is that they're very much so matured from a past energy here of the Page of Wands. They've turned into the King of Wands, and they've grown from the actual situation at hand. There hasn't been action up until recently, so do keep that in mind. And the High Priestess is telling you to pay attention to your dreams, your emotions, your intuition right now as to where it is that you need to go to be able to overcome these challenges that are currently between the two of you, okay? I don't feel that anyone is actually playing any mind games here, guys. What I am very much so sensing is that this person is actually quite determined, very, very determined in making their way towards you at this point in time, okay? So Aries, my loves, I do hope this resonated. This is your reading. I am sending you all lots of light and love.